guys, welcome to the Pretty Much Sisters podcast, hosted by two Welshies connected by love, not blood. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Ava, and this week we're discussing everything from lip filler to lipo with our opinions on body enhancements. We'll have a cheeky catch-up on what we've been up to this week and fill each other in on our most memorable Love Island moments this year. That being said, let's get started.
I like your hair today, Ave.
Thank you, it's fake. Basically, I've decided to wear wigs. Do you wear wigs?
I like the blue one.
Yeah, I didn't wear the blue one today because I just thought...
Obviously, I like that one too.
That's
the blue one's cool.
Too much, straight away. And it does look like a wig, I won't lie.
Can everybody agree? Does everyone agree with me that it looks like fortune teller vibes?
Yeah, I was going for more lesbian, bike rider. But, there we are. So...
It looks nice.
Colour is where we're going. But yeah, no, I'm wearing a wig at the moment because my hair is just so damaged from bleaching it all the time.
She blamed the water in my house, mind. So can we just say
that
that
it's got hard water? I've got a filtered shower.
Right. Okay.
It's got hard water. So
I've actually got a filtered shower.
Yeah, have you not seen it?
No.
Well, you go in there every day to take a shit every time you come down. So I thought you go.
Excuse me, girls don't poo.
Yes, they do. Hannah has the bloody ass on her, I'm telling you. Every time she comes round, she's always taking a poo or always going to my toilet. And
do you know what it is though? She makes like the strongest matcha ever, and then it's like, better go.
It's with coconut milk, so really she shouldn't have any sort of reaction to it. But there we are. But yeah, no, I have a filtered shower tap. But I spent 2 weeks at Hannah's house because I was looking after Luna. Basically just took over the house, really.
Yeah. And she said my water ruined her hair. Which...
And obviously I was washing my hair at Hannah's and it just, all the colour faded from it. It's just crispy.
Right.
No, it's probably to do with the sun, but yeah. So I'm wearing a wig at the moment, but I'm having inches, long hair.
Do you feel like it's heavy on your head or anything?
Yeah, it's absolutely fucking sweating. I can't lie. Yeah, you'll see a few drips coming down. But you know what? Anything for beauty. That's what my nan taught me. She's taught me a lot of other things as well, but
you'll be saying that later now on our topic today.
Yes.
But first we're gonna have a little catch up because it has been a couple of weeks since we've filmed because I've been away.
Yeah.
We were going to try and film while I was away, but I didn't take the mic. So apologies, everyone. I keep looking to this camera now instead of this one, but it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't really matter. It's on YouTube or... Yeah. So yeah, apologies, everyone, if you thought that there was going to be one last week, but we are a little late because I forgot the mic. And the first thing Ava said when she walked through my door was, "You forgot the mic."
Yeah, I messaged her. I seen it. It was sat there on the bloody settee, and I thought, yeah, lush.
Yeah.
So,
but so I apologise. But at the end of the day, I was like, well, let's have a break, and then we'll come back to it. All rearing to go.
And as you can see, Hannah's about 10 shades darker than me at the moment, so she had a very lovely time.
Yeah, I did a lot of sunbathing, a lot of walking in the sun, and yeah, it was just really nice. It was just one of those holidays that is really chilled and
look, love.
Yeah, it was just easy. Didn't do a lot, lots of eating. Probably ate ice cream every night, and yeah, it was that type of thing. It wasn't like nothing really happened. I've got no funny stories I've got funny stories, but I haven't got anything to report that's like, wow, I need to tell you this. It was because it was just super chilled. It was really nice. And it was what was needed. So yeah, it was really warm. It was like 30 degrees, but then obviously the UK also had a heat wave at the same time. And I think it was less in Spain than it was here at some point. I'd ring Ava and she'd be there sweating her tits off in my house. And then literally with 2 fans. But obviously you do have aircon in Spain. So, if I was really hot, I would just go quickly into the room and just have a little cool down. But yeah, it was very, very nice. And I do appreciate that Ava looked after my little pooch while I was away.
I did, yeah. Yeah. Well, my week was absolutely cracking. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. I actually did a few things. I got a tattoo, 2 tattoos.
Yes.
On my little venture. I just had a little glimpse of what my life might look like when I move out. which is something I'm looking towards doing. So that was great, and I just loved the freedom of it. Probably not that much freedom considering my dad basically chauffeured me around everywhere.
I think he enjoyed like having to sit on my sofa now and again. I was like, all right, Graham.
Yeah, he loved it. But yeah, it was lovely. Like, we just did dog walks. There's a little vlog coming as well, about like my day of tattooing and all that, like tattoo day. But yeah, it was like a really chill 2 weeks. Obviously, I did almost collapse in the heat, which wasn't great because you all know about me and the heat from the last episode where I almost died. And then I was almost dying in Hannah's house because her house is like 100 degrees Celsius in there. It traps in heat like you would not believe.
It's like, to be fair, I've got quite a small upstairs. It's supposed to be a 3-bed, but it is like literally like a 2, and it's carpet. Although it's carpet, it's quite a thick carpet though, isn't it? It's like grey thick carpet, so it just like holds all the heat. The living room, if you close the curtains, is actually quite cool.
Yeah, but
upstairs
you've got a
is
nice
like
window.
this.
You've got a nice window, so why would you close the curtains?
No, I know, the windows are nice,
but oh yeah, it is terrible there. And I just thought, oh, this is the end. Me and Luna just lying on the bed, like.
I'd ring her and be like, "How's Luna? Like, is she's okay? Is she? Poor Ava's sweating."
Yeah, no, it was never fine. Okay, I was just there, literally dripping off me. But Luna's there, lying with a cold towel on her, and I'm just like,
the dogs need it though.
Yeah, but I also needed it. Literally, it was so hot. So I hope everyone survived the heat, because I know it was actually really, really hot, and it's just because there's no breeze ever. So. Yeah, I wish.
That's the difference. It was very breezy in Spain for the last couple of days. I tell you what I did have was the best like pan au chocolat of my life. It was glazed. Like, it was like a glazing on the top. So we found this little bakery and called Fermento. Fermento.
Oh wow.
And but it was like open all day. But yeah, I was very much, when I went, I was like very much like, I'm going to like do my juicing like every day, like my celery juice. I was like, oh, I'm going to make sure I do my juicing, But like, to be honest, I did eat ice cream every day, and I ate pastries, and you know, I still had a juice now and again, but I did indulge. But I literally had the best pan au chocolat, but it wasn't in the shape of pan au chocolat. It was like a long one. And then it was glazed, and then I had like chocolate chips on the top as well. But when you bit into it, oh my god, it was the best thing I've ever tasted. It was amazing. You just don't have that here. Do you know what I mean? There are some really good bakers and like companies here, but like, I don't know what it was. It was just absolutely.
I just find that all the good like bakeries and patisseries are like selling to other places. Like, you don't really have anything around you that you can walk in and be like, oh my god, I want that.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it was very, very nice. So. Yeah, we did that. We just ate loads of food, and what holiday's about, really. You know, I did Sudoku. Do you want to do Sudoku?
Yeah, I'm actually good at it.
Are you?
My nan taught me.
My grandpa taught me.
I love Sudoku. It's
so good, Ave. I've never met anyone before who loves Sudoku.
I used to, when I was like, I got into like this thing where I was reading a bunch of psychology, and they were saying like, if you don't want, I was like, I had like this really big fear of like having dementia early. So I was like, so they said do Sudoku puzzles to like help the brain function, and I was like, yeah, okay. So I downloaded an app for Sudoku.
That's so clever.
I know.
I'm so proud of you for doing that.
Thank you. I tried to learn chess as well, but that didn't go so well.
Oh, well, Reese would love that if you did that. I'll teach you how to play chess.
I'm just not really good at all.
But what I was going to say about Sudoku was that I did it on the plane.
How did the plane journey go?
So the plane journey, I was quite worried this time, because the last time I went on holiday, and it's weird because I've never, ever, ever had a fear of flying, ever. It's something that has never even sprung to mind. I absolutely love flying. I love going away. Never been worried about it. But I went to Zante last year, went to Greece, and on the way back, we had really bad storms, and it was a night flight. And the storms were, it was sort of like coming down onto the runway, the lightning, etc, okay, and then whatever. And we went to take off, we were like about 3 hours late. So I think the flight from Greece to Bristol is about 3.5, or like 3:45, something like that. So not that long, but we were waiting on the runway for 3 hours. And when you're in that like sort of close proximity to people, and then like babies were crying, we went on the school holidays because obviously I needed cover. And and as we were taking off, I had like a massive panic attack, and I've never had that. And all of a sudden, I just wanted to get off. But I think it's because we were sat for so long, and I just wanted to get off. So it was like taking me back to that all the time. So I was like quite frustrated with myself. But I did have, so the flight, so Bristol usually is quite busy, but it was lovely. It was really relaxed in the airport. And then I did have 2 glasses of Prosecco before I went on. I'm not like that, am I? But I was like, I'm going to have 2 glasses of Prosecco. I sprayed all this like remedy spray in my mouth, which was like, you can't be going on there now, like zened out. But I was like, it was the best. I'm glad I did it, because I was like, I was a little bit like, ooh. And it was fine. And then I watched, because you said, you're like, oh, just download something. And to be fair, I wouldn't have done that. I've never really done that during my flights, unless Ava said. So yeah, I downloaded Olivia Attwood's Price of Perfection, and watched that for 2.5 hours. And to be honest, it just went like this. And I was thinking, well, what was I worried about?
Yeah.
And then the way back then was fine. I was a bit agitated in the beginning, and then I was absolutely fine then. But yeah, if you're frightened of flying, I would say the exposure, like to exposures, or you're feeling a little bit apprehensive because you had a bad flight before. I was just like reading loads of stuff, and like TikTok as well, and like going on TikTok, and it was just like basically like the more you expose yourself to it, the better it's going to be. So never back out, because literally you won't go anywhere. And I was glad I did it. And Olivia Attwood's oh my god, have you watched it?
Yes, I have watched it. I watched it when you were away, and it was the best, like, sort of like the best reality series that I think I've watched in a really long time.
She is so good.
She is so good. I absolutely love
being
her.
a journalist.
And it's like she's real, and like you connect with it, and it's not like these journalists who are talking about, like, I don't know, the bloody Nile River, and it's like it's actual like talking with people, and like she's getting these like women and these men to open up so easily, and I just think that's what I really want to know.
And she's funny. And I love the fact that like she tells her husband about it, Bradley, and then she'll like sort of like make little jokes to him as well. I love that, and I just find it really funny. But she does it so well. And to be fair, like the programs, because like the last sort of couple of months, we've like talked about enhancements, haven't we?
Yeah.
Because as everybody's very aware, I feel as if I'm aging. Even though I'm only 32, but I feel like I've had a little bit of stress in the last sort of couple of years, and sort of the last couple of months. And I keep saying to Ava, I'm like, oh my god, I feel aged. So I'd never really, and I love the fact that she said that she mentioned, doesn't she, that like about age, and that she didn't have anything, did she, when she went on Love Island? And that's what she said. She said I hadn't started. I think it was sort of after that she was like baby face and everything when she went on Love Island.
She had lip filler though.
Did she have lip filler? Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, and then she said that's when it sort of started, was like after that. But yeah, and I love the fact that she said, but that was like, she was like 26, something like that, when she went on Love Island, 27. So, whereas like people now, like especially girls, but obviously it's clearly men as well by her program, but yeah, they're a lot younger starting. And but I had been looking into stuff before I went away, just more so because I was like, oh my god, I feel like as if I've got like bags under my eyes, and it's not really like, I wasn't like comparing myself to anyone, but I'm just like, it's just that feeling of wanting to stay like looking a little bit youthful for a little bit longer, because like I'm not a mother, like I don't know, I'm just frightened of like looking like as if I've aged. But I've never really felt that pressure before, and I've always been quite comfortable with how I look. But then you start like doing a bit of investigation, you think, oh, you could have that and you could have that. But Ava, you're like very much like not frightened of that at all, are you?
No, I'm getting my lips filled on Monday.
Yeah, so I think we should follow Ava for
so we will do a little thing about that. But yeah, I think it's just very normalised for me, I guess. Like, my nan's had some stuff done, my mum's had some stuff done, like, nothing drastic, but, a bit of filler, a bit of Botox here and there. But I just think I've always had like the thought in my head that when I reach 18, I will do these things.
How old were you when you started having, like, when you actually started thinking that?
I was like 9.
Because that's super young.
Yeah,
I don't think that even would have entered my brain at 9.
Yeah, but, you know.
I didn't even know what
I was 9 going on 19, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just seen it online and that, and I'd seen it, and like my mum was getting it, and you know, you can always fix that when you're older, or like I've had it in my head since I was probably about 6 when I like properly was looking at myself. I've always had like hooded eyes.
Okay.
So like I've always had like excess skin on my eyelid, and they've always drooped down. So like I've never been able to wear like a winged eyeliner like completely. I always have to shape it differently, and I've just never liked it. Like I get it's genetic. It's not just because I'm fat. Like before anyone starts going on, it's like excess. It's excess skin though. Do you know what I mean? Like you can get if you're fat as well. You can get like excess fat on the eyelid. But so I got it from my dad. And I've always had it in my mind that when I'm 18, I'm going to book for a blepharoplasty, which is where they remove the skin of the eyelid.
Yeah, I know a lady who's had that.
But yeah, no, I've always had it in my mind that I'm going to have a blepharoplasty because I've hated my hooded eyelids. And like, my mum told me about it when I was like really young. She was like, well, you can have that fixed.
Wow, did she?
Yeah, so either that or a brow lift. Like, it's going to happen. I know I'm going to do it, like, whatever. But yeah, lip filler is booked in for Monday. I had a consultation when you were away. And
you scared?
No, it's like she's a really professional woman who I'm going to. Like I've looked at all of her stuff. I've researched lip filler, and I've done like what can go wrong. And
yeah, she's a nurse though as well.
Yeah, she's a nurse. Like I would never go to anyone that's not licensed.
Yeah, and I love that Olivia makes a point of that, doesn't she, on her programs? You know, because she had a meeting with Save Face, wasn't it? And she's a Welsh lady, and she runs that. And or like, you know, I'm not really sure. I think is it a charity? It's something like that, isn't it? But she obviously was mentioning about the fact that people are having this BBL, but with like filler.
Yeah.
And how bad that is.
Yeah.
And I think she actually had it. She changed it. Like she had it changed, and she went to the government, and she got it changed so that the only people who are allowed to do that procedure are nurses now, not just sort of like any beautician.
Well, it's thing. Like if with like body enhancements specifically, BBLs have the highest death rate, which is mad because everybody wants a big bum, and that was the trend for so long.
Yeah.
Now it's going more leaning towards like really, really skinny. But it's mad that's the highest death rate, and this just putting implants in your bum.
Yeah, like a lot of people have sepsis from it, don't they? And that lady mentioned as well, didn't she, that she had like literally somebody had like their bum removed and all the muscle and everything, so literally instead of a BBL they were literally left with nothing.
Yeah,
because of it.
And like, I think
it's so dangerous.
Implants can turn and flip.
Yeah,
so then you have to have it redone, and it's just really dangerous. But yeah, I'm not scared to have lip filler. Like obviously I'm a bit apprehensive about the pain, but I just think, you know, I've been taught since I was little, beauty is pain, so you just got to deal with it.
I just hope it works out and it doesn't like end up where like you've got one of those lips that just goes out like that.
Yeah. Thank you. You're just so reassuring.
Do you know what I mean? Because I think like some people, but it looks really good, and then like I'm not saying like what is good and what's not type thing, but I think some people, I don't know what it is. It's just like I'm like, is it the person who's doing it, or is it just sort of like?
Well, it's when people go over the top in it.
Is that but is it because like they've already sort of got like a shape to their lip, and then it goes like it's becoming unnatural then when they put in the lip filler in? But some people don't need it.
Mine is going. I'm trying to go as natural as possible. So I don't want to look like, you know, like the big fake lips. I just want a bit more like fullness in the lip. But yeah, no, I'm having that done on Monday. But
the only thing I worry about, guys, is that like you're born with this, right? You're born with what you look like.
But you can get lip filler just
so then like no, I know that. But like what I'm saying is people change themselves, don't they? And then it's like, you know, and then you start like not looking like yourself. And like what I would worry about is that like, you know, that I wouldn't look like myself.
Well, with
enhancements, yeah, because like and I know that it does get, I haven't got an addictive personality, luckily. So I think that if I was going to have something, like hopefully I would just have what I need type thing. But I know like, and that's why I feel like for some women, you know, it's like one thing, oh, then is another thing. Oh, and like, let's change this. Oh, and let's try this. And I just think then you're like totally like taking away all your natural, like what you are, like, you know, and like, and who you are. And like, and that's when I think like sometimes it becomes a problem, you know, and there's something deeper behind it. Like I don't judge any woman that has anything done, because I do think there is like a hell of a lot of pressure, and you know, and like it's just our fingertips now, and they're like, you know, how can people judge people when like, you know, oh my god, it's like $1 billion business, and like, and it's there, you know. But I don't know, and I think each to their own. And if people want to feel like as if they feel more confident by having something done or whatever, like that's, I literally am non-judgmental whatsoever. But for me personally, I would just feel like, would it change me and the way I look completely, that makes me, you know? So I do like, I sort of go down that rabbit hole a little bit as well and think about it. But I booked my lips like in like 2019, and then I cancelled it because I was like, what am I doing? Like I don't, you know, I don't need to have it done. But it's just, that's the one thing I have always thought about, you know, is the lip. And then, and then the wrinkle, and then like maybe a little bit here and there type thing, you know?
You did book a consultation with the same woman, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. And that's what I mean. I've always thought about it. And then, so like, you know, maybe, and like, I'm not against it, but I like the fact that she like shows the non-evasive stuff as well. Because like, I think I would probably be willing to try the more like non-evasive stuff first, rather than having like the evasive stuff. You know, whereas you haven't got any fear of it whatsoever.
Well, I'm not saying I don't have any fear.
Right, so break it down for everybody then. If you were going to change, whatever you would change, tell everybody what you would have.
What?
Tell everybody what you would have altogether, because you said this to me once when we were in the shop.
Oh yeah, I was just sort of winding your mum up about that. But what I would have, I'd have, if I could not, like, I don't want to cut my eyelids off. Do you know what I mean? Because that's I don't really want to do that, because you can have it under local, so you're still awake, and like that's the cheapest option, which I would have to go with.
Right.
So that's freaking me out. So if I could have like an eyebrow lift.
I don't think there's anything wrong with your eyelids whatsoever.
Yeah, but I've just always had that. Like, that's what I've always noticed. Like, I've never been bullied for it, like, shockingly. Never been bullied for it, but it's just something that I've always noticed. Like, my eyes droop.
Right.
And like, you'll see my dad's as well, his dough, and like lots of other family members, but I just don't like it. So I would have maybe like an eyebrow lift, obviously my lips, and chin lipo.
Right.
But I seen that being done, and that was shocking. Like, it looks amazing, like the finished result, but when I seen like that, like,
you've got to wear that like thing around your head.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'd have to do it when I'm unemployed because I could not do that and work.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
No.
But yeah, I'd have chin lipo, and then I would also have my tits done.
I was gonna say the one thing, right? I would say when I was like 18, 19, I had like really small boobs, and I think we were in the culture then of like when like Kate Moss was an icon, you know, and I was very slim, and I think I didn't really ever think about it, and I didn't have any boobs, and I always used to say like, oh, this is what I like, this is what I like. But as I've got older, I do like, sometimes I do think like, you know, I don't know, I would just like them a little bit more like perkier, like a bit more shape, you know, like that type of thing. And I'm like, oh, but like I've got small boobs, and I've never really like felt as if like they're in the way. And like I've got friends who've got big boobs, and they say they look at mine and then they think, oh my God, I want to have small boobs like you, so I don't have, you know, so they're not in the way. So like, you always want what other people got on it. But I was like, if I had, you know, if somebody said to me like, what would you want done, and it was pain free, I would have my boobs done, but I don't want the pain, and I don't want to have to go back in. It's every 10 years. Do you know what I mean? And like, you know, she said that, didn't she, Liv? That like, you got to go back in. Is it every 10?
Yeah.
Or 7 or something like that. But, you know, and that's not for me. So I'd rather keep these as they are. And my mother said that my mother was exactly the same as me. Even when she had children, she didn't have bigger boobs. But when she hit menopause, come out of nowhere. So I'm like, well, maybe I just gotta wait till I'm like 50 odd to have a pair of knockers.
Right. Okay, but you must have seen the non-invasive, like it's not really that invasive boob implants. That
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I would do that, and like, but it is so expensive. But yeah, no, I probably will get boob implants
My friend, though,
within the next 3 years.
who you met at Groovement,
Yeah.
said that they look amazing. But she said she would never ever have it again. She wouldn't do the boob job again because she said she was that painful. She was like, she said, and she's not one like to like complain about stuff like that, but she said that it was that painful. She said, I would not have it again. I was like, that's mad.
Well, it's affecting your movement in it, and like, what do you move the most?
Because you couldn't touch her. Like, I went to hug her, and she was like, ah. I was like, whoa. But yeah, I guess like obviously beauty is pain at the end of the day.
It is pain, yeah. But no, those are my things, like you said, to list them off. Like I've got loads, but no, the ones would be eyebrow lift or blepharoplasty, lips, chin, and boobs. But that's because I just don't have nice boobs. Like they're there, and you can see them, but I just don't like them. They're not the right shape. They're like saggy, and I'm like, why have I got saggy tits at the age of 18? Like they're just not what I want. So I would have my boobs done, definitely. And not for anybody else's pleasure, do you know what I mean? It's for my own, because I have to look at them all the time, no one else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have a boob job, but...
Do you think that you have, like, you would have these enhancements because your role models in your life, you know, when you were little, I know you're laughing, but, you know, is it because, do you think you were, like, exposed to it very early? Do you think that, like, social media plays a part in, like, in what you think, because you're so, like, you are literally so young, and it's something that, like, my era, my generation, you probably didn't really hear of it. If somebody was having their boobs done, it was like, whoa, like, you know, you just didn't really hear about it, you know. But, and like, especially like, you know, the facial enhancements and stuff, probably a boob job was the most common, I gotta be honest. Like, but because we didn't have social media, you know, I think I've mentioned this before, Facebook was like, I think I had it when I was like 17. So, you know, and it was like, you just keep in touch with your friends on it rather than anything else. I think Instagram, like, come out when I was maybe like 21, 22.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that, so then like everything's sort of later in there, for me. You know, whereas like, do you think that or not, that social media plays a part in it as well?
I think
at such a young, or in girls in your age in general.
I think social media definitely, like, it is. I can't say that it doesn't. For me personally, it's more like, you know, it's just something I've always...
You were aware quite young.
Aware about. Like, I've always been very aware of everything that I don't like about myself.
Well, I think that's quite sad.
Yeah, but that is the truth, though. You want me to be honest?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a hug now.
No, you're okay. But no, like, I think I've just always been aware of what I don't like, and like, that's something that I would definitely try. And if I want my lips done, mainly just because I want, like, not for any like drastic reason. Or it's not like, oh, I've always been bullied for having thin lips. Nobody's ever commented on it before.
No, because I think your lips suit your face.
But, you know, I want a little bit more volume.
Yeah.
I'm not going crazy. I'm not going like bloody, I'm not putting 7 mils in looking like a bloody duh. Like, I just
We'll
want...
both be sat here now in a couple of weeks' time, like...
Yeah, I'm mostly scared about the swelling with it, though.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not like, nothing drastic, but yeah, no, I've just always not liked, like, certain things. I've always wanted to change them, and I think maybe it is like my mum and my nan have always had the mentality like, oh, well, if you don't like it, like, you can fix
change it. Yeah.
Whereas, like, you know, I also, like, my dad's like, I don't agree with it, I'm not taking you to your lip filler consultation. Even though he did end up taking me.
Obviously.
But he's like, I don't agree with it. I don't like it. And then, like, I've got other family members, like my grandfather and that, who, like, even like my tattoo, they were like, oh, why have you done that to yourself? You can never change that. And, like, they're a bit, like, they're really against it and stuff like that. But with, like, my main female role models in my life, it has just been, like, a normalised thing. Like, you want to get something done, you fix it. And, you know, it's your money and it's your body. You want to do what you want to do with it. So...
Weirdly, my dad on holiday, we were having this conversation, and we crossed over with my dad, guys, okay, for like 5 days. I didn't go on holiday with my dad, but we
can go on holiday with
yeah,
your
no, I
dad.
know, but like
That's allowed, babe.
yeah, I know. But he was saying, because we were talking about this, and but he said he finds that women like all look the same now. He said he doesn't see, like, especially young girls who are changing themselves like this. He said, and he said, I'm not being like, whatever it is, whatever there is against women. But he said, I'm just saying that, like, he said, whereas back in the day, women used to all have different features because women didn't enhance themselves like they do now. He said, whereas he finds that girls literally all look the same now.
But that's
and it's funny how older generation do say that, because my grandpa says the same, my nan says the same. Like, they all say that, like, the younger generation coming through all starting to look the same because they're all having the same procedures done.
Yeah, but it's because that, women have been, like, growing up from, like, I don't know, between, like, maybe just between me and your era, growing up from there, maybe it was just after, but, if you had any sort of, like, differences, then it's always going to be picked out.
Yeah.
And you're always going to feel left out or different or, like, penalised for it.
Yeah.
So now that
as well,
it's so
that,
accessible...
he said, I don't know about sort of Reese's, he was like, I don't know about you, Reese, he said, but as a man, he said, I don't like it. He said, I think that, he said, and you sort of ask the men in my era and like my mates, he said, and everybody says the same thing. He said, because everybody looks, because that was, he was like, everyone looks the same. He said, we don't like it. He said, I don't know. And I said, to be honest, Dad, I said, women do it for themselves now.
Yeah,
they don't do it for the men. And he was like, oh, okay, that's fair. Because I said, maybe it was more of like women did things for men, I said, but it's not like that nowadays. I said, women feel empowered and they feel like as if they want to like do it for themselves. I said, it's definitely not for a man, and Reece said to me, he prefers sort of natural beauty. But I did say to him, if I was going to have anything done, like, what would you, I said, I wouldn't care, I would have it done. I said, but what would your opinion be? And I was like, what would you think? He was like, well, it's completely up to you, isn't it? He said, but I just wouldn't want you to change, like, because obviously when I met you, that's how you look. And he said, and that's how I love you. Like, I love you like you are. So, I think that does take pressure off as well, because at the end of the day, you're not growing old with with the social media, like, following, you're growing old with that person who, like, you're with type thing, especially for someone like, for like me. I just think, like, I'm 32 now, and like, is that something that I want to do, or should I just carry on the way I am, So Ava's gonna go for her lips on Monday, and we're gonna go with her. Are we actually gonna film it?
You come in?
Oh, I can't. Oh, no, I can. Yes, I can. Because I'm coming back from the festival, and
in the morning.
So I'm not working.
Mine's at 11.
What time is it? Oh, no, I won't be able to then. Is your mum going to go?
No.
Oh. Well, maybe you could just film little bits then.
Oh, I'll just film it whilst I'm in agony.
Yeah.
Nice.
She might film it anyway, because you might be somebody she wants to film. So yeah, I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
Something you wanted done, so we'll see how...
I don't know how excited I feel after this conversation, but yeah.
Why? Are you more scared now?
No, I'm just a bit like, oh, God. Making me think now. But it's not. I know, I'm not thinking. Like, I'm not going to be pressured
like
by
you said,
other people's opinions.
Reversible.
No, it's like what I want to do.
I haven't got an opinion about you having it. I think if you want it, have it.
Yeah.
It's just a alternative opinion, isn't it? It's like devil's advocate.
Yeah. Devil's advocate.
But I think Olivia Atwood looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and look how much stuff she's had done.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And she's so open with it. Like, and I think that's amazing as well. And that's it, innit? If women are going to have it done, like, don't hide it. Like, at the end of the day, it's fine. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, I think women feel insecure, don't they?
Well, I think it's that men's perspective on I don't like when anything's done. But it's like, well, most men's celebrity crush is Megan Fox.
Yeah.
And she's been very open about the stuff she's had done.
I think men complain about it.
But
they
then
complain about it because
they
don't mind, but if you look absolutely beautiful, they're not going to complain about it, do they?
I think, yeah, I just think that's, I don't know, I just find it a bit like
I haven't come across many men. I think, like, my dad's era obviously is different to me. Like, I don't come across, like Reece says, he's not bothered. It is what it is. Like, because, like you say, it's so accessible now, innit? And, like, so many women have stuff done. And some women, you don't even know they've had anything done.
Yeah.
Like, because it looks that subtle, I just think if you're going to have it done, like you say, just go to somebody who's professional,
Licensed,
girls.
yeah.
Because, if you haven't watched Price of Perfection, watch it, because there are some horror stories on there.
Yeah.
It does shake you into next week, to be honest. But,
some of them are bad.
Yeah. So, talking about Olivia Atwood.
Yeah, we just may as well just big her up.
I know, literally, this whole the whole podcast can be about Olivia Atwood today.
We're going to be discussing Love Island this year.
I'm excited because we don't really talk about like showbiz stuff.
No.
You know? Not yet, anyway.
No.
Why are you...
Because Mum's cooking something. I'm on fajitas tonight.
Oh, you always have fajitas.
Yeah, I know. But we were meant to have them the other day, but obviously I saw Ben yesterday, so...
Oh, yeah.
I'm fajitas tonight.
Smells lush.
Oh, do you want one?
No, I might.
So, yeah, we're going to talk about Love Island, because I think this year has been the most controversial year regarding, like, people's personalities.
Yeah.
And I found that a lot of them are really unlikable. And I know I shouldn't judge from TV. It's only an hour of a 24-hour day. But what I have to say is, I think some of the way you guys are moving is bloody mad.
Yeah. And I think we're allowed to have an opinion. Like, this is what we're here for. We're not going to sit here and be like, we like everyone.
No, because that's...
You know?
You know me, I don't like anyone. I like everyone.
And we're giving our view. You know, it's only a view. Nobody has to agree.
My opinion is based off the actions I've seen. I can't say... I'm not going, like, deep diving into them personally. I don't know their backstory or their lives or all their tragic stories, okay? So... before we start.
But I just find, I don't know about you, but this year I'm finding it, same as you, I'm finding it hard to sort of like anyone. And I haven't got a favourite couple.
I haven't got
I always have a favourite couple.
I usually have one I root for from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I usually have like a twist or a bombshell that I think, I absolutely love them. This year, I can't say I do. I think my favourite at the moment, if I would have to have a favourite, would be Shakira, based on the fact that she is a bad bitch in like regards to the fact that she is the most fancied person in there. Like everybody fancies her.
I know, and the girls hate it.
And they hate her. And I love that she doesn't let that bother her.
Yeah. I do wonder, because I feel like she's like associated herself with Tony. I've loved Shakira since day one. And I've thought that she's really like, she carries herself really well.
Yeah.
She speaks really well. Obviously, she is like the most fancied person in there, but I think that like, I don't think she feels like she is, you know, and I like that. I don't think she's got this like, you know, I
think she knows she's attractive.
Yeah.
But I think she does, it's not in
which
which is obvious.
She's
she has
amazing.
A mirror.
Yeah.
But, she doesn't like, it's not, like a narcissistic way.
No.
Whereas I think some people in there, Helena, thinks that she is like the shit, and I think because she's not liked online because she thinks she's the shit. Whereas Shakira's
I
not
think
doing that.
I think for Helena, that's weird that you say that, because I don't think that she thinks that. I think she is more like she covers up. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe that's what, like, okay. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, maybe it's like a persona she puts on that she
bravado,
is.
Yeah. I don't really think... I think actually she's quite...
But she's made a few comments trying to make out that she's better than Shakira, where it's a bit like, in the beginning, I think Shakira's
I think it's an insecurity, that's what I'm trying to say.
It's an insecurity, definitely.
I think it's more so that it's a bit of an insecurity from Helena. But yeah, I don't like the sort of like little snide remarks, and I do feel like as if she like moves a little bit, you know, because obviously even down to sort of talking behind Meg and Dijon's back.
That was wild.
You know, like I just think like, wow, that's your best mate in there.
That's your best mate. You're not backing her at all.
No.
Not backing her when everyone's having a go at her.
Yeah.
And basically saying that she's fake and that her couple... she's basically saying that the couple that they don't have any sexual connection with each other. That's what she was planned, didn't she? Yeah, that's what she was really saying.
Yeah,
and that's mad.
But I actually don't have a favourite couple. I literally can't. And I think I probably would have gone with Shakira and Ty, because like he's very chilled. Because to be honest, and I do like Shakira. I think she's like, I think people are a bit like, she's a little bit like Marmite, isn't she? Because
Yeah.
I think that she can be a little bit bitchy, but I think she just says it as it is, sort of thing. And I love the fact that she's like, no,
I'm
pipe
talking.
down, I'm talking.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm
I
like,
know.
yes, no, I'm talking. Like, she's 22.
I know.
What? Like, she just, yeah, and I don't know. But I think that because I like her, you know, I'm probably going to say maybe, like, if her and Connor are going to make it, maybe Shakira and Connor.
I don't like
but
Connor.
I know, I don't like Connor. I'm not a massive fan of Connor.
If I was going to have to choose a good couple now, I'm going to have to say it's Jamie and Yaz.
I love him.
What are you going to say?
I think he's a nice bloke. I
You like
think
her?
this just, I do now. I think she's growing on me.
I think she's...
But when she first came in, I thought, oh my God, what is this?
I love.
But I gotta be honest, together,
I think they're cracking.
yeah, I think that they could be in a chance for winning.
Like her, like, I don't know, I think she's got a cracking personality. I think she can take a joke. And like, the whole, like, everyone calling her Yaj, GPT or something.
Yes.
It's a funny ass.
Yeah.
I just think it's hilarious. But I think she's going to come out and she's not going to be offended by it. Which I just think is good.
She could take it, yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about Tony and Harrison? Because that's the biggest thing at the moment, isn't it?
I think Harrison is definitely the case of having his cake and eating it at the minute, as everybody is saying. I think the new Lauren, love her. Like, I think she seems like a really, really nice person. That, like, you know, I don't know. I think obviously, like, she's beautiful and like, he's obviously loving it, isn't he? At the end of the day, but he clearly wants somebody who's maybe not the nice person, but is a bit more like Tony. Like, I think like she's class, you know, I think she's class, but I don't quite like the way she moved last night. You haven't watched the end yet, have you?
I have not watched the end, so...
But she knows what happens anyway, guys, so don't worry.
Yeah. How did she move?
Well, it wasn't so much her, to be honest. Obviously, he called her out to the terrace just before the recoupling, and like, and then said to her that I won't be sad if you pick me. Like, I basically want you to pick me. So obviously then she's going to pick him. And then she didn't have a chance to talk to Cash. So he was left last to be picked. And then Emma picked him, like, to be fair. And she said some really nice stuff about him as well. And he's just, he looks like such a nice guy.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say, Lauren was absolutely bawling her eyes out there. And I feel so sorry for her. They have obviously had sex quite quickly. And you know, you're going to have those feelings straight away then, you know, and I just think like, oh shit, that's so shit for her, because she probably feels like shit now. I think, do you know what I mean?
It's just, first of all, I don't think they should have televised it. Like, I don't think they should have alluded to it on telly. Like, I don't think we need to know. I think it could have been a discussion, but I just think
I think opposite.
No, I just think they shouldn't have. I just don't think,
because remember the old Love Island?
I know the old Love Island.
Hell, you'd be like, oh, he's doing that under there.
I know, I get that, and I get that bit, but I just find, like, especially with, like, at the moment with masculinity and like toxic masculinity and how it's going online, she is getting a lot of hate.
Oh, is she?
And Harrison really isn't getting any, because he's attractive and he's a young lad. And it's like, you know, they call him the young bull and shit. And it's like, he's not a young bull, he's just an utter twat.
Yeah.
And like, mates, if you watch this, which he's not, but if you watch this, I'm sorry, but you are a twat.
Yeah.
But
absolutely, like, you don't do that to a girl. Like,
so
you just don't.
I just find that it's like a lot of stuff's been put on her. I just don't think.
Oh, it's not her.
No, it's not her, but I also think like they just shouldn't have televised it. Like the whole like condom bit, like did that need to be put out there? Like I don't care for that.
But it is telly at the end.
But it is telly.
And I'm not being funny, but like
what they signed up for.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just about to say. Like at the end of the day, if Harrison's going to ask Carrie for a condom, you know, they're going to put that out, aren't they? You know, and because it's juicy, and I literally was sat there like, oh my god.
I know. You know, oh my god.
So yeah, But I totally get what you mean, like with the toxic masculinity, and Lauren should not be having any hate for that whatsoever. She obviously just really likes him. Clearly, she literally hangs off him. You know, like she offers every word.
He's two-timing him crazy, and like the stuff he's saying to Lauren, it's like, oh yeah, I'm all for you. Like literally, like I can see you being my girlfriend. But then he's with Tony, and it's like the cheekiness of it when it's with Tony. And he's like, it's just underlying. Oh, if you read between the lines, he's saying that.
Yeah.
But really, what he's saying is basically, I think I can shag you both.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And
he's a shitbag.
you know, he is a shitbag. And I just think he doesn't fancy either of them. I think, to be honest, he doesn't fancy him. I think if you asked him, you put him in a room and you said, listen, mate, tell me 5 things about Lauren, 5 things about Tony that, you know, make me think that you know them as much as you say you do. And you care for them. I guarantee he wouldn't list off at least, he'd probably list off 2 things. I just don't think it's bollocks.
Yeah, I think, right, my theory is that when he came back, he was all for Lauren, and obviously I think he did like her, and he obviously, because obviously they seemed as if they were really getting along, and blah blah blah, and I think, that's what happens in Casa, that's what happens on Love Island. Somebody is always left, like what Tony was, but she did go with Cash, as well, like she
went with Cash, because she knew he was going to bring someone back.
But when they watched movie night and everybody was saying how iconic Tony is, I got a feeling that he sort of wants to go with Tony because he knows that, like, she's got this, like, big personality, like, she's iconic, like, maybe he thinks that she's going to win. You just don't know, like, because she is such a big personality.
I think she's on the road to winning.
Yeah.
But also, because Yaz knows about the ChatGPT thing. Like, she knows that everyone's talking about her posture. And, like, they've all spoken about it. But I'm wondering whether the Casa boys have gone in and said, ChatGPT, or said something along those lines to her. So I'm wondering if one of the Casa boys has let it slip that Tony's, like, loved online.
Yeah, maybe.
And maybe that's why he's thinking. And then, obviously, paired with the iconic moments.
Yeah.
With the movie night that he's thinking...
Because, I'm not being funny, from the way it's portrayed to us, we don't know, we're not there, but is the way it's portrayed to us, it's like as if Tony's not even giving him an inch. That's what I find mad. It's like there must be way more that goes on in there throughout the day for him to, or like we say, he's just doing it because he knows that Tony's going to be a favourite. Because when he sat her down and they went on that, like, bed thing, and she didn't give him anything. She was just like, her personality, like, I was thinking, this is not the Tony that I like watching, because she just wasn't given nothing. She was just like, nah, well, you can't have me now, bitch, and all that shit. And I just thought, like, like, that's not, what she was saying was just a bit like, oh, for God's sake, whereas, like, you want to see some love, don't you,
Yeah, I just find it's just a toxic cycle. And I just think if she'd have stayed with Cash, she would have won. I don't know, because people's changing, like, views are changing of her now because she's with Harrison.
Yeah. And, like, Lauren is left feeling like absolute shit.
Yeah, but I think people don't care about that. They're more concerned about Cash. Yeah. Because they don't like Lauren.
Yeah.
People don't like her.
Yeah.
Because they think she's whining, like a little bitch. And that's what people are saying about her.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, I think she's a really nice girl. And I gotta be honest, spanner in the works, but I think Helena and Harry's relationship is absolutely hilarious.
It's so stupid. You don't like it.
And I actually think that they suit each other.
Babe, come on.
I think that, like, they ban, like, the way that they both, if she is actually like that, like, where she isn't bothered, I think that they honestly suit each other. Like, do you know what I mean? Because, like, he is probably the biggest bell end that has entered the villa.
Oh.
Easy. Right? And then Dijon was not far behind him.
Do you think?
Oh, come on. How can you get to know, like, every single girl and then still call her my Meg?
My mug.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, innit?
You don't take that long with, like, I'm open.
And I'm open. It's like a bloody revolver.
Do you know what I mean? Like, him and Dijon.
Dijon. But if we were going to... What do you think he makes it into the Childish Hall of Fame? With, like, Michael, from previous seasons.
Michael, was he the firefighter?
With Amber.
Yeah.
He makes it into the Hall of Fame. Definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think he probably is one of the biggest. I don't know if he is the biggest,
Oh, come on. I think he's definitely close.
Yeah.
He's definitely close. What's your favourite series of Love Island?
My favourite series is always will be season 3. Nothing's ever beat it.
And who was in there?
Olivia, Chris, Ken, Amber. Amber's doing really well for herself. Have you seen? She's in the West End, Great Gatsby.
But I also loved, so probably it was season 2 then. So Olivia was season 3. So Olivia,
with Liv and
Alex and
Katie
and Scott. Yeah. They were probably my favourite too.
But, like, season 3 was when I went back and watched season 1 and 2. Season 3 was my first, like, because I was It was when did it come out? 2017?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started watching it, which is crazy.
That's mad.
Yeah, I think, how old was I? 10? Yeah. Yeah. But that was the one. And I rewatch it probably every year. I just love it. I loved like Marcel, I loved Gabby.
Oh,
I loved Montana. I loved
I love Montana.
Dom.
Yes.
Dom.
Yeah.
I think he was a bit of a dog though, to be fair.
Yeah.
He's alright now though, isn't he? Dom and Jess.
Yes, because they're together.
And I loved my ultimate like dickhead boy, like for my favourite, is always gonna be Theo. Who stole Amber. No, who did he steal? No, he stole Tyler from Johnny. With Camilla.
I love that.
Theo.
Yes.
He's the one who had a corkscrew blinded in one eye.
That's right.
Yeah, Theo. He will always be my favourite dickhead of the series. Because as much as like he was like a dickhead, he was so funny. And I see, for me, you know, you're talking about Harry, but like dickheadish. Johnny's like probably my third.
Yeah, you wouldn't like Harry.
No, but he's up there because I just hated the way he treated Camilla.
Like Harry, yeah, but then look at her happily ever after.
Well, happy ever after.
You've got to go through the shit together good, you know?
Well, I mean, look at it. Like,
there ain't no rain without flowers. No, there are no flowers without rain.
Yeah, to be fair though, she won though, didn't she? Because he was the most attractive man.
Yeah,
he was amazing on there in that time.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously Molly May and Tommy's year. I think that was the last year that I stopped sort of watching it properly, because then I don't know, I felt like it lost his way a little bit then. I don't know what it was, but I think it's because I was constantly measuring it against like both Olivia's years. And I think that sometimes when it's like a little bit of track. Oh yeah, God, yeah, I watched Danny Dyer's. That was before Molly May, wasn't it?
That's 4, yeah.
Yeah, but I think when it's a little bit trashy, because it was a bit trashy, wasn't it, in those years?
Smoking.
People could smoke and have like a good old bitch, and like, and you think like, well, that's what you watch it for. Like, without, you know, at the end of the day, you can say that you watch it for anything else. Is not as it is for the goss, is for everything. It's for mind numbing shit. Yeah. So,
do you remember when Sam and Chris went at it?
Yes.
Yeah. That was one of my favourite fights. And then I loved Mike.
Oh.
Yeah. He was one of my favourites. And then, obviously, you had Caroline Flack.
He was probably one of the biggest bombshells.
Oh, to ever.
Yeah.
Well, I loved it when Caroline Flack was hosting it, obviously.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
But I love Maya as well. I love Maya a little bit too much, but I just loved those seasons. But yeah, I love Danny Dyer's season because you got Georgia. I'm loyal, babe. I'm loyal.
Georgia was so good.
She was good, but then when I found it really disappointing when I watched the All Stars, because she was just not it in the All Stars. But yeah, no, those.
She's zen now, though, isn't she? All about the Pilates.
Of course she is.
Yeah.
I just never think you lose that. You know, I find like, you know how like they've all sort of mellowed out.
Yeah.
I find if you're once a bitch, you're always going to be a bitch. It's just going to hide down a little bit deeper, and like that one situation is going to come out. Definitely.
Yeah, but people go to therapy now. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but I went to therapy and there's still a bitch in me. Do you know what I mean? It'll come out eventually. It will. I just find it to be like that.
Brilliant.
But yeah, no.
But yeah, what's your views? What was your favourite characters? Oh my God, it's like as if it's like the story. Yeah, what was your favourite on Love Island this year, guys? Let us know, because we are finding it very, very difficult to choose.
Do you know, if I was gonna Alima would be my favourite this year if she was still on it.
Oh, she was good.
Her, that was it. Alima. That's the only one I really, really liked. The rest of them, just can't stand them, man.
I find some of those girls in there very, very bitchy, and I would not want to be around them.
Oh, I think I'd end up sparking.
Would you camp Meg and Helena, or camp Shakira and Tony?
Shakira and Tony.
Do you know what, though? I would be as well. Yeah. And they're a little bit more feisty. Oof. But I
thought you were going to see Helena.
No, I wouldn't be. I find that I do find, like, last night, Shakira said watch it tonight, right? Shakira said why she wants to couple up with Connor. It was really good. She's really good with words. Meg was like, rolled her eyes like that, and she went, oh, she's so good with words. Like, that's so bitchy.
Really bitchy.
It's like she's just, she's so jealous of
I don't know why, though, because Dejan's got no sort of leaning towards her.
I just think they got a problem with it because they know that, like, the boys, they like Shakira. yeah, so let us know what you think. Who's your favourite contestant this year? Who you think's going to win?
We'll
I think
put a little poll on Instagram.
Yeah, when's the final? In like
I don't even
a
know
week or two, and it's not long.
And there's no couples.
No,
only one's exclusive.
I think Meg and Dijon think they've got a really good chance. And to be honest,
that's why he stayed with her, because
like
I
can't stand him. So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna say, should we bet? Should we say who we think's gonna win this year?
Do you want to bet some money on it?
Tenner?
No, we'll bet a cake from Stepmom's patisserie for me.
Okay.
What you want?
I'll have like a bag of matcha or something.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna think now. Because
we're going to do a top threes.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it's really hard.
I know.
It's really hard. Just because I think the most sort of like the most liked people, then I'm gonna say like maybe potentially Shakira is gonna win, depending on whoever she's with. Maybe Tony, but depending whether or not obviously she wakes up about Harrison.
First,
I think Shakira's first. I'm not. I don't know. I think maybe Shakira, Yaz, and then Tony.
So, in order of what they'll rank, you think is going to be Shakira wins.
Yeah.
Second place is
Yaz.
And then third place is Tony.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I think Shakira's going to win. I think Tony will come second. I think Yaz will come third. But it depends. Oh, no, I don't. I do think Yaz might come. No, I'll stick with this because you said that. I think Yaz is going to come third, and then I think fourth, Billy Kiss. But the only thing is,
I don't think she'll stay with Boris though. No,
but I think he might stay because he is. Everybody fancies him, so I don't know whether they'd make him to the final. But it might be Helena in the top three.
I got a feeling Helena is going to make...
Yeah.
She does, she's a big personality in there. And that's what I mean. I feel like Helena and Harry make everyone laugh. They're really good entertainment.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe potentially
they do have a lot of fans.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Shakira...
maybe Helena.
Shakira... No, I think it's going to be Shakira, Tony, Yaz, and then I think Helena and Harry will be fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Helena hasn't got... I think if she was with anybody else and she still had that big personality and didn't make so many snide remarks, I think she would do very, very well.
Yeah, she wasn't such a
really good personality. But I just think she's a funny girl. But I just think, I don't know, it's just
I think
too much.
she's the funny that pleases men type of funny.
Yeah, true.
So I don't know whether that would slide.
Yeah.
But should we go on to... our manifestation?
Oh, yeah.
So what is your manifestation this week, babe?
Okay, my manifestation this week, I haven't wrote anything down. I'm just learning to embrace being able to just sort of speak my mind. So I'm going to say, if anybody feels as if they are being told they can't do something, or they're measuring their self-worth against something that somebody else has said about them, tell them, fuck you. Yeah. That was from my therapist, guys.
Yeah.
But it feels really good. And I'm sorry, Mum, if you're watching this.
Yeah.
Give him a good finger. Fuck you.
Nice.
Yeah.
My manifestation is to keep calm situations and not let it get a rise out of you. So my manifestation is to don't fear revenge, just do it. If you're gonna want to be spiteful, be spiteful. I don't believe in all this like, oh, you have to be nice, kill them with kindness. That's bollocks. If you want to do something evil to somebody who's evil, just do it.
Oh my god.
No, because it seriously is winding me up now, this like kill them with kindness shite. It's not.
Yeah.
Just bloody, knock the teeth out of them.
But if you are a kind person, still be kind.
No. If you're a kind person, don't let people walk all over you, because they don't deserve it. Especially if they're bald.
So, with that being said, thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Bye.
Bye.